Me 23. Junior sysadmin at a mid-tier tech firm. Think I'm God's gift to cybersecurity because I run Arch Linux. Always preaching to the family about digital hygiene. They don't listen. Mom is the type to click "You won" and iPad links. Dad is a "my password is my birth year" kind of guy. They're rich though. Old money mixed with Dad's real estate empire. Big house on the hill, 3 cars, country club memberships. I live in a basement apartment downtown, acting like a starving hacker. Really just spending my paycheck on server racks and energy drinks. Parents decide to renovate the estate. Mom wants it smart. She saw some influencer turn on lights with a clap and lost her mind. Dad grumbles about costs, but agrees because he likes gadgets he doesn't understand. They hire a contractor for the physical stuff. Mom asks me to handle the tech side. Says she trusts me more than the geek squad. I roll my eyes, but agree. Figure I can set them up with a secure, local hosted ecosystem. None of that cloud-based spyware garbage. I'm gonna build Fort Knox with voice control. Spend 3 weekends wiring the place. Cat6 cables in the walls, enterprise-grade WAPs. Install a custom Home Assistant server in the utility closet. Cameras at every entry point. Motion sensors, smart locks, smart thermostat. Even put microphones in the main rooms for voice commands. I tell them it's for Alexa-style integration without Bezos listening in. Dad pats me on the back. Good work, son. Make sure it works when I yell at it. I set up a VPN so I can maintain it remotely. Tell myself it's for tech support. Deep down, I just like having admin access to the childhood home. God complex kicks in. System goes live a month later. Mom is thrilled. She's asking the house to play smooth jazz every 5 minutes. Dad is annoyed by the notifications on his phone. I tweak the sensitivity settings remotely. Everything seems fine for a while. Life goes on. I'm grinding at work, dealing with printer tickets. One night, get an alert on my dashboard. Packet loss at the parents' house. Weird spike in upload traffic at 2 a.m. Check the logs. It's coming from Dad's home office. Figure his PC is part of a botnet or he's downloading 4K movies. Remote in to check the traffic. It's encrypted. Not SSL encrypted, like PGP tunnel encrypted. Dad barely knows how to use Outlook. This doesn't make sense. I flag it to check later. Next Sunday, I go over for dinner. Mom is showing off the smart lights to Aunt Linda. Watch this, light's blue. Room turns blue. Aunt Linda claps like a seal. Dad is sitting in the corner, nursing a scotch. Looks older than I remember. Gray in his beard, bags under his eyes. He's usually the life of the party. Loud laughs, big stories about closing deals. Tonight he's staring at the wall. I sit next to him. System working okay, Dad? He jumps a little. What? Oh, yeah, fine, lights turn on, great. Takes a heavy sip. You secure this thing, right? Nobody can get in? I smirk. Dad, I built it. It's tighter than the Pentagon. Why? You hiding state secrets? He doesn't laugh. Just looks at me with this intense, hollow stare. Just keep it secure. I don't want people prying. He gets up and walks away. Weird vibe. Go home that night. Can't sleep. Open the dashboard for their house again. Curiosity gets the better of me. I check the audio logs from the office. Strictly speaking, I shouldn't. Privacy violation, ethics, blah blah. But he was acting strange. Scroll to last Tuesday, 2:14 a.m. Audio file, domsnoffice_Mike_04.wave. Play. Silence for 10 minutes. Then the sound of pacing. Heavy footsteps on the hardwood. Then Dad's voice. Low, trembling. I can't do that. It's too much. Pause. I don't care what the timeline is. I need more liquidity. Pause. No, she doesn't know. Nobody knows. Pause. If you touch them, I swear to God. Sound of a glass smashing. Audio cuts. I sit there in my dark apartment. Chill running down my spine. Dad isn't talking to himself. He's on a burner phone or something. Who is them? Us. Who is he talking to? My mind races. Gambling debts? Affair? The "she doesn't know" implies mom. But liquidity sounds like business. I decide to monitor active traffic. Set up a script to alert me when audio levels in the office spike. 2 days pass. Nothing but mom asking the kitchen for recipes. Wednesday night, alert triggers. I put on headphones. Live feed. Dad's voice again. He's crying. Grown man, my hero, sobbing. Please, just give me another month. Another voice cuts in. Not from a phone. From inside the room. Someone is in the house. I freeze. Check the security cams. Front door locked. Back door locked. Alarm system disarmed by master code, Dad's code, an hour ago. I switch to the office camera feed. It's disabled. Video signal looping a static image of the empty desk. Someone hacked my system? No, someone unplugged the camera physically. I listen to the audio. Strange voice is calm, smooth. Sounds like sandpaper on silk. Mr. Henderson, we aren't a bank. We don't do extensions. I have the assets. It's all tied up in the development project. The development project that has been stalled for 6 months? Dad is hyperventilating. The zoning permits are coming next week. We don't care about zoning. We care about the 6 million. 6 million. My stomach drops out of my ass. Dad is leveraged. But 6 million? That's not just a bad loan. That's shark water. Stranger speaks again. You have a lovely home. Smart system, I see. Very modern. My heart stops. Your son installed it? Bright kid. How do they know? It would be a shame if something happened to the infrastructure. Dad's voice hardens. Leave my son out of this. Then pay, Friday, or we start liquidating assets, and we don't mean the real estate. Sound of a door closing. Dad wailing into his hands. I rip the headphones off. Pacing my apartment. What do I do? Call the cops? If these guys are pros, cops might make it worse. Dad clearly didn't call them for a reason. I need to know more. I need to know who these guys are. I pull the logs from the time frame the guy entered. Check the exterior cameras. Blind spots. I thought I covered everything. But there's a gap near the side gate. Wait. The license plate reader on the street facing camera. I scrub through footage. Black SUV. Tinted windows. No plates. Of course. I go to work the next day. Zombie mode. Can't focus on code. Thinking about Dad. The perfect businessman. Whole life built on this image of success. Realize now why he was so stressed about the renovation cost. Why he's been driving the old Mercedes instead of the new one. He's broke. Or worse than broke. Friday comes. I call in sick. Drive to the parents' house. Dad's car is in the driveway. Mom is out at yoga. I let myself in. House feels cold. Welcome home, the automated voice says. I disable the chime. Walk to the office. Door is closed. I knock. No answer. Push it open. Dad is sitting at his desk. Stacks of paper everywhere. He looks up. Eyes red, face gray. What are you doing here? Voice is flat. I close the door behind me. I know, Dad. He flinches. Know what? I heard you. The microphones. The guy. His face goes white. Then red. He stands up, slams his hand on the desk. I told you to secure this damn system. You were spying on me? I was monitoring for bugs. Dad, who was that? He slumps back down, head in hands. You shouldn't have heard that. Is it the cartel? The mob? Who needs $6 million? He laughs. A dry, broken sound. Investors, private equity, or so they said. I got in over my head on the waterfront deal. Why didn't you go to the bank? Banks won't touch me. I'm over-leveraged. I needed a bridge loan. These guys, they offered it. And now? Now the deal is dead. City Council blocked the zoning. Money is gone. Spent on contractors, bribes, permits. Bribes? He looks at me. How do you think business works, kid? You think you build a skyscraper with good intentions? My worldview cracks a little more. Dad isn't just a victim. He's a player who lost. What happens today? I ask. He opens a drawer, pulls out a revolver. Old .38 special. Sets it on the desk. I don't have the money. Dad, no. They aren't going to hurt you, or your mom, not if I'm the message. That's insane. We call the FBI. You call the feds, and your mother goes to jail too. She signed the papers as a guarantor. She didn't read them. She never reads them. He looks at the gun. This is the only way out that keeps the house. Life insurance covers suicide after 2 years. Policy is 5 years old. I feel sick. Room is spinning. There has to be another way. He looks at his watch. They'll be calling at noon. You need to leave. I'm not leaving. Get out! He roars. Never heard him yell like that. I back out of the room. Stand in the hallway. Heart hammering. Think, Anon, think. You're a sysadmin. You solve problems. This is just a logic puzzle with guns. I run to the utility closet. Server rack is humming. I have an idea. It's stupid. It's dangerous. But it's all I got. I pull my laptop. Connect directly to the core switch. I start coding. Writing a script. I access the external speakers. The ones hidden in the landscape rocks for garden parties. I access the internal intercoms. I pull audio files. Police sirens. Gunshots. I splice them together. Then I pull the recording of the guy from Wednesday. Isolate his voice. Run it through a synthesizer. I don't have much time. 11:58 a.m. I run back to the office. Dad is staring at the phone, hand hovering near the gun. Dad, listen to me. Go away. Who are you supposed to meet, or do they come here? They call, then they come. Phone rings. Dad stares at it. It rings again. He picks up. Put it on speaker. Henderson. Voice on the other end. Time's up. Do you have the transfer? Dad closes his eyes. No. Silence. Unfortunate. We're 5 minutes away. Click. Dad grabs the gun. Go, now. I grab his arm. Wait. I pull out my phone. Open the app. Trust me. I drag Dad out of the office. Into the kitchen. Mom's car pulls into the driveway. Shit. She can't be here. I sprint to the front door. Mom walks in, yoga mat under arm. Oh, hi honey, why do you look so pale? Mom, go to the basement. What? Gas leak. Sensor went off. Go to the basement, now. She panics. Oh my God! Runs downstairs. I lock the basement door. Dad is standing in the living room. Gun hanging by his side. They're coming! I watch the camera feed on my phone. Black SUV rolls up. 3 guys get out. Suits, no masks, arrogant. They walk to the front door. I trigger the routine. defense_protocol_alpha.exe. I named it that because I'm a cringe nerd. Smart locks engage. Deadbolts slide home with a loud thud. Metal shutters, installed for hurricanes that Dad paid extra for, roll down over the windows. House goes dark. Guys outside stop. One tries the door. Locked. They pull guns. I hit the next key. The landscape speakers blast. Full volume. Recorded sound of police sirens. Approaching fast. Doppler effect and everything. The guys freeze. Look around. I layer in the sound of a megaphone. This is the police. Drop your weapons. It's loud, distorted, realistic enough. The guys panic. They look at each other. One shouts something. They run back to the SUV. Tires squeal. They speed off. Dad is staring at me. What What did you do? Bought us time. I checked the feed. SUV is gone. But the police aren't real. And those guys will figure it out in about 10 minutes when no cruisers show up. Dad, we need to leave. Real police, now. I told you I can't. I recorded everything. He looks at me. What? The conversation on Wednesday, the call just now. I have their voice prints. I have the car on 4K video. I have the blackmail. It implicates me. It implicates you in fraud. It implicates them in extortion and conspiracy to commit murder. You go to prison for a few years. Mom loses the house. But you don't die. And Mom doesn't get executed by a loan shark. He sinks into the couch. Gun drops to the floor. He weeps. Ugly, heaving sobs. I call 911. I'd like to report an attempted home invasion. Armed suspects. Dispatch sends units. Real sirens this time. I go unlock the basement. Mom is huddled in the corner. Is the gas gone? Yeah, Mom, it's fixed. I hug her. She doesn't know her life is over. Police arrive. Take statements. I hand over the USB drive with the footage and audio. Detective listens to the 6 million conversation. Eyebrows go up into his hairline. This isn't just a home invasion, son. I know. Dad is taken into custody. Protective custody, they call it. But he's in handcuffs. Mom is screaming. She doesn't understand. They seize the assets. Accounts frozen. House is a crime scene. We stay at a motel that night. Mom cries herself to sleep. I sit on the edge of the bed. Laptop open. Checking the news. Local businessman arrested in massive laundering scheme. It's already out. My phone buzzes. It's a text from an unknown number. Smart trick with the speakers. We'll be seeing you. I stare at the screen. Delete the message. Destroy the SIM card. Next day, I go to the house with the cops to get clothes. Walk past the server closet. LEDs blinking in the dark. The machine I built to protect them. It did its job. It destroyed them to save them. Dad gets 8 years. Plea deal for testifying against the investors. Turns out it was Russian organized crime. Mom divorces him. Moves in with her sister. She has to work retail now. Hates it. Blames me for ruining everything. Says if I hadn't installed that stupid system, Dad would have figured it out. She's delusional. I move cities. Change my name. Get a job doing back-end for a boring insurance company. No smart devices in my apartment. Dumb phone. Analog watch. Mechanical locks. Sometimes I check the logs of the old server. I left a back door before the feds seized it. New owners bought the house at auction. They kept the system. Didn't wipe it. I can hear them arguing about paint colors. I can hear them laughing at dinner. I hear a kid practicing violin. Part of me wants to speak through the speakers. Tell them to get out. Tell them the house is cursed. But I don't. I just terminate the connection. Delete the back door. Sit in the silence. Real silence. Not the kind that hides secrets. Just empty air. Tech didn't save us. Just accelerated the crash. Still. Better to know than to wonder. I guess. Pour a drink. Toast to the old man in cell block D. Hope he's doing okay. End of line.